Hey there folks, it's me, Spider, yet again with another creator video. Now we all know him well enough, right? This is every rated Kiannuh level. Now, what happened to the thoughts in my brain? Give me a minute. Kiannuh here, I'm not even gonna lie. I think he was, so how I found him, right, is I was browsing the rated levels, right, and this was an era when I think he was uploading or was getting a bunch of rated levels back to back, right, and I was using the GD browser at the time, and I had seen that they were a lot of modern levels, and I was like, yo, modern creator, sign me up. I love modern design. And spoiler, he doesn't just only do modern. He dabbled a little bit in the design, but modern is his specialty. He knows how to do some modern shenanigans. And I was like, you know what? I love modern decoration. I feel like there's a lot you could really do with it, as we all know from probably one of the most infamous modern creators, Knots and whatnot. So I was like, you know what? Let's check him out here. And yeah, I think we're just gonna get into it, right? I don't want to give my thoughts too early because then there's nothing to yap about at the end of the video. So I think I'll just say it. Enjoy the video, enjoy the levels, form your own opinions about what you think of Kiannuh levels, and when you form that opinion, I hope you stay for the yapping section where you hear my opinion and hopefully don't have your whole world changed for no reason. I guess with that being said, again, enjoy the video. I'll see you guys in the yapping portion of the video. And yeah, again, enjoy.
Searching through the depths of my mind, what will I find? I thought I made a friend, but I'm coming to the end of my time. What will I find? Sweaty palms, I don't know what's going on. Serotonin syndrome flowing through my blood tonight. Shaky knees and sweaty palms, I don't know what's going on. Serotonin syndrome flowing through my blood Lately, days all blend together. The same things and melancholy nights. Sunbeams might change up the weather, but in my dreams I wonder where you are. You're just on the horizon, though I know not to indulge. Darling, I'm looking high and low for my gumdrops. I left them on the counter. Gumdrops, someone hit the jar. Darling.
dum. There's no pair stronger than us two, 'cause I'll always care for you.
Well, lads, I assume if you've reached this point, you must have sat through the whole video, or skipped to the end to hear my yapping, or went and just looked up how to get the coins. So, let me, yeah, hold on, I gotta save that for when I get there. So, just so I can yap, let's get to it. Pull down the results board. Yes, sirree, Bob, look at it. It's the same as usual. I really should change some of those colors so it doesn't look all the same and whatnot. But I'm not. I'm lazy. Anyway, let's get on to the gameplay here, right? Now, I've been thinking about Kiannuh's gameplay here, and I've done some thinking. And this is what I had to say to it. This is what I say. I thought his gameplay was pretty good for the most part. I was like, okay. You got that. You definitely did it. You got that. It's not like gameplay of all time, but I think that was good gameplay. And a lot of those levels were like 5 stars and 6 stars, and you do hickeys and thingamabobs and like that. But I didn't mind it because it was chill. Like you would think it'd be hard to make an infuriating 5-star level, but trust me, those exist, and I'm glad Kiannuh didn't do that, because, man, can you imagine making an infuriating 4-star, 5-star level? It would be over for you. But, he did. And, when he had went out of his box to, go for the 6 stars, the 7s and whatnot, I was like, you know what? You got that as well. You know what? You in fact, did do it. Now I'm thinking about it, did you have 7-star levels? I don't actually remember. Yeah, probably a couple. Either way, you got some harders in there, and they definitely felt harder. Like, they were like, yep, not 5 stars, but definitely some 6, 7s, 6 stars, whatever. I'll give the gameplay. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. The only reason I'm not yes, we all know I like demons and whatnot. Who doesn't like demons in this game? When I had played his only easy demon or whatever, right? I was like, alright, let's see it. And the gameplay was low-key, a little annoying, or maybe it was just super learning, I'm not really sure. But the reason I'm not going to count the gameplay against him was because it wasn't his gameplay. I think he just did the decoration, and I think he had a friend or something make the gameplay, so I won't hold that against him. You know what? Just for like the type of levels he made, though, I'll give it a I'll scratch the 8 out of 10. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Why not? Yeah, you got it, man. You went above and beyond for the gameplay for some of the more simpler difficulties in the game, and still made it enjoyable and not make me want to hate it. So, good on you, Kiannuh. Now, let's get to this decoration. Now, as we all know, I'm a big sucker for modern levels and colorful stuff, so if you want to win me over with that, you did it. Kiannuh definitely didn't pull any punches when doing that, and therefore he won me over. So, by my definition, I'm giving the decoration a 9 out of 10. Because, man, I just love seeing, like the different, I love with modern designs, I love seeing how far you can go with them. I don't really feel like I see a lot of them. To be fair, I haven't been playing the rated section as crazy as I used to, but I still love seeing just how much you can get away with modern stuff. Like, how crazy can you make these effects? How crazy can you make just like the block design be? Because it's now I could say the same for the designs and whatnot. And you know what, I can and will. There you go. That's my thoughts on the design as well, on design levels. And Kiannuh definitely had some fair share of, I want to say fair share. I think there was maybe, a dapple of design levels, but they weren't bad either. I'd still give it a 9 out of 10 for what Kiannuh was going for. I think he hit the nail on the head. Good job. 9 out of 10. Now let's talk about some of these coins. Some of these coins weren't too bad. They were just your usual. I'm gonna go out of my way and get them. But there was some. There was a couple. There was one, I believe, where you go out of your way and you get these collectibles and doohickeys and thingamabobs, and then you go into this portal and it's actually some of the I was like, sheesh. Challenge level list demon coin in my 4-star or whatever. yeah, I think I don't know how I feel about that. And there was another. This one was a really big pet peeve of mine, and it was the only platformer level in like that Kiannuh had made, and it was, I think, room former. I believe that's it. I think it is room former. But either way, I didn't like the coins in that level because the first one was alright. I think if I were to go by this, right, there's one where you have to get these collectibles and whatnot. Like you get the 3 coins at the end of the level, you get the coin and whatnot. It's whatever. That's cool. I don't have a problem with that. The other two, however, is you beat the entire level without dying once, which I am not the biggest fan of. I think that is a very cheap way of doing a coin. It's a very infuriating way of doing a coin, and I just didn't like it that much. I don't know. It didn't sit well with me. I did not like it. It's nothing against them at all. I just really didn't like the coin, and I think that's okay. However, there was another. There was the last coin of the level where you have to go out of your way. When I mean out of your way, I mean like quite literally out of your way to get it. Like it was like list demon coin in my 6-star or whatever, and I did not like that. I was not a fan of whatever that was, and therefore I just really didn't like it. What can I say? It just. You managed to miss the mark with that. It's like I practiced it too. Don't think I didn't practice it. I didn't just look at it. I'm like, this is bullcrap. I got my pencil and paper out. I'm gonna give this a tiny little tiny pencil and paper citation or whatever have you. I did play through the coin, and I really didn't like it. It was like, yeah, it did tell you what you were getting yourself into. It was like, there are some fixed hitboxes. I'm like, all this for a freaking coin? I'm glad I'm not a coin grinder. And I had to give that coin in particular a thumbs down. I didn't give the level a thumbs down. I just gave the coin in like my rating a thumbs down. And I think with how like mediocre most of the coins were, except for like the screw you, these are impossible coins, I'm gonna give the coins a 7.5 out of 10. I am not thrilled. I was not thrilled with it. Like, it was two levels out of the bunch, so I won't have it like it becomes a 7 out of 10. It's a 7.5. Like, I was just not the biggest fan of those coins. Like, when I remember bad coins, they really stick, and I didn't forget those. But I think for like the platformer level itself, it was fine. I didn't really care that much. It was just like, there were cheap ways of doing coins, and I get you do want to throw in your coins and whatnot. It's however you design them and whatnot. I personally don't care. It's just when I wanted to go for the coin, it's like, dang, this really sucks. This is a list demon. Like, okay. But whatever. I think that's really gonna do it for the results. I'm gonna go put that away, shove it to the side. Let me yap a little bit more. So, I think Kiannuh definitely really cooked with the levels. Like, he cooked with the gameplay, cooked with the decoration. The coins weren't, obviously, they're not memorable, but I gotta be honest, I don't really remember many coins unless the coin is the GOAT or it's just really bad, and that just happened to be a negative this time. So, unfortunate. What else do you say? Oh my gosh, yeah, there was another coin. So again, I don't really care too much for the list demon, like, impossible coins. I don't like those ones very much. It gets knocked, that's how it is. But other than like those, I think Kiannuh definitely cooked. I would love to see him continue to upload. I bet he's cooking something in the editor as we speak. I bet it's something like super fire. It's about to blow my socks off. I'm gonna open it, and it's gonna be the book. It's gonna be the meme with the dude the wrestler holding the book, and then it blows up and it's on fire and he like falls down. Like that's how I'm assuming that's about to be. But in the meantime, let him cook, of course. I want to see, again, I know this is, I think I've already said this before, but I do want to see what Kiannuh like actually cooks when he makes the gameplay of a demon. I always do wonder that. Like, I would love to see when a creator doesn't make a demon and they're like a pretty well-established creator. I'm like, let's take it up a notch a little bit. Let's see you cook on the gameplay. Can you cook? Are you cooking? Are you Chef Gusto in there, or are you Linguini? But of course, that's just something I want to see. But of course, don't have to. You don't have to. If you don't want to. I would just like to see that, and I'm one out of like the millions of people who play this game. But if it happens down the line, I will be sure to play it, and I will, I guess, give my thoughts on it. So we'll see. But yeah, I would recommend giving Kiannuh levels a play. You might find a good 5-star gem in there. I found a couple of good ones in there. Again, I'm a big sucker for modern, so this is right up my alley. And I can't really complain about that. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it for my yapping. I can't think of anything else other than like gameplay good, coins are questionable, decoration good, great job all around, make more level, I love you. Alright. Yeah. So, yeah, it's gonna do it. I will make sure to link any socials, including like his YouTube and his Twitch and whatnot. Those will be in the description as per usual. I'm trying to get better with that, you know, promote the creators in the video as well as their socials and whatnot, so you the viewer, can watch them and see what they're up to. Yeah. That's gonna do it. That's gonna do it for me. If you like the video, if you like it. Dislike it if you dislike it. Subscribe if you want to see more of this. I'm gonna do more anyway, but I would love to hear your criticisms on it. Maybe you tell me to get a script and I'm like, no, I don't. I like just yapping off the top of my brain. But good suggestion. Maybe one day I'll do a script, but it won't be today. Yep. That's gonna do it for me, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video, because as we all know, even I don't know what's next. So, yeah, see you then, and take care until then. Peace.